Good afternoon, characters. Friday will be our annual book character day in 3rd grade. This afternoon, I sent home a piece of paper with you that you are to get signed and you are to fill out and bring back tomorrow, which will be Thursday. Remember, our book character day will be Friday, May 9th. This piece of paper will give your parents a little bit more information about our book character day and also give me a little more information to be able to prepare for our activities on Friday. First of all, you'll notice that the date is Friday, May 19th. You'll fill out your name, your character's name, the title of your book that you will definitely remember to bring with you, and then you'll briefly describe your character, including a description of the looks of your character, how they act, and how they feel. What character traits can be used to describe the character? And remember, character traits are really just adjectives. Please have your parents sign this and date it and return it to school tomorrow for 5 points towards your book character day grade. So remember to do this because this will be worth 5 points towards your grade. Now, just to remind you of a couple of characters you might be thinking about or give you some examples, think about maybe a book from your past, maybe a book that you really enjoyed as a child, like Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. You might choose to be Max. Some character traits of Max would probably be he's a little bit naughty. He might be the kind of kid who talks back to his parents, but he's also a child with a wild imagination. So those are some things that you might want to think about. Remember, if you chose a book from maybe kindergarten or 1st grade or when you would begin reading, or even a book that your parent read to you over and over again. I used to love to read this book to Murphy. Please make sure you reread it and make yourself familiar with the characters. You might remember one of the books that we read this year here at school. Maybe The Best Christmas Pageant Ever by Barbara Robinson. You might want to be dressed up as Imogene, Herdman, or Leroy, or one of the other Herdman brothers or sisters, or maybe even the main character, the narrator. Or you might consider dressing up as the little boy and the witches. Remember, in the book, it does not ever mention his name, but I believe they call him James in the movie that we watched when we compared. But you might call yourself the boy and the witches. That would be fine. You might want to dress like you think he might have dressed, and certainly think about some character traits that he would have had. Adventurous, very, very smart, and sometimes not as cautious as he should be. So think about that. You may have a book that you've read in AR this year that you remember lots of details about the character and you really got to know that character. Just make sure you bring the book and you might familiarize yourself with that character. And then one more example might be to maybe be Lily. She's a character that appears in several books. You might choose one of these books, but Lily's personality is the same throughout all of the books. Lily is the type of character who has lots of self-confidence, but sometimes that gets in the way. She's also very much an individual and kind of marches to the beat of her own drum. Oh, I used some figurative language there. Maybe you could tell me what that was when you come into school tomorrow. Anyway, I'm so excited about Book Character Day, and I can't wait to see your creativity come out. Remember, don't go to the store and buy a bunch of things. Just use some things that you have around the house to come up with your costumes. I'm working on my costume as we speak. Last year, I was Charlotte from Charlotte's Web, but I'm thinking of doing something different this year, so you'll just have to wait and see what I end up being. Lastly, I want to tell you all how proud I am of the work that you've done in Language Arts and Social Studies this year and what a pleasure it has been to be your teacher. I'll miss each and every one of you over the summer, and I hope that you'll have such a fun summer filled with lots of adventures and magic and, of course, reading some books. And I can't wait to see how you all will do once you go to 4th grade. I've been bragging to Miss McCrae about you already, and I know she's excited to have you all next year. I know school's not over, but this is our farewell video, so I just wanted to make sure that I said that to you all and to let you know that each and every one of you are so very special to me. So, don't forget about your secret word. And the secret word, as you all are actually coming down the hill right now, is paper bag. The secret word is paper bag. Write it down, crumble it up, make sure your name's on it, and bring it to my room the first time you see me tomorrow. And also, don't forget to bring your assignment, which is this sheet of paper that's signed. Have a great night and see you tomorrow.